Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meg Moonbeam and I am an astrologer, mystic, and musician. And if you've never seen me before, hello, very nice to see you. And hello to all my friends coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited to share this new moon in Sagittarius that we are having on December 12th, this absolutely magical new moon. Oh my goodness, we are so blessed to have this after the last, I was going to say a couple weeks, but it's really been a couple months of just really heavy astrological transits. And there's still some really intense things that we're having, but it's nowhere near as intense as what we've been going through the last 2 weeks ever since the full moon in Gemini. And I talked about that a bit in my last video and on my Beyond Astro weekly forecasts that I do on the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. So yeah, it's been some heavy energies we've been going through, and I know a lot of you have been commenting that in the comments of the videos and sharing that with me in messages and stuff. So I've been feeling the same, and I'm very happy to share with you this new moon is a different energy, as I'm going to talk about today. So before we get into it, just want to remind you guys, if you enjoy my content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone's support so far. Oh my God, we're just about to have a Mercury retrograde, and I find I always mess up my words before Mercury goes retrograde and while it's retrograde. So, okay, I'm going to share the chart for this new moon in Sagittarius, magical new moon. So as always, new moons, you guys, are times to set a new intention. They are times of new beginnings. It's the moon phase of new beginnings, fresh new energy, setting our intentions. So being mindful of that. We want to look at in our personal birth charts where we have 20 degrees of Sagittarius, because this is the area of life that this new moon is activating for you. So if you don't have anything in your chart specifically at 20 degrees Sagittarius or within a few degrees around that, that's okay. Just look at the house where you have the symbol for Sagittarius. So for example, in this chart, the symbol of Sagittarius is here at the beginning of the 6th house. So if this was your chart, wherever you have that Sagittarius symbol, the house where that is the area of life that is going to get activated. And we're going to talk a little bit about for each of the signs what this means. So don't worry about that. If you're like, Meg, I don't know how the heck to do that. So, but first, for the whole collective, this new moon is in the sign of Sagittarius, which Sagittarius rules higher consciousness, our beliefs, foreign travel, foreign people, higher education, optimism, expansion, adventure, growth, freedom, justice, and luck. And going past our comfort zone in terms of our beliefs and really expansion. That is the key word for this new moon, is expansion. And this new moon is going to be happening at a Scorpio degree, 20 degrees, which the last new moon we had was also at 20 degrees. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last 4 new moons that we have all either been at 20 degrees, which is a Scorpio degree, or 21 degrees, which is a Sag degree. So a Scorpio degree is really bringing up the Scorpio themes as well of authenticity, really facing ourselves and our real deep truths personally, which can sometimes be uncomfortable, and really big truths being revealed in the collective as well, more on the collective level. So overall, I think this is a really positive new moon that is a good time to set some new intentions. I think it's actually a particularly lucky new moon, not just because it's in the sign of Sagittarius, the sign of luck, but also the dispositor of the new moon, the ruler of this new moon, is Jupiter, and Jupiter is in a beautiful trine to the planet Mercury, almost exact. Jupiter at 6 degrees of Taurus, in trine to Mercury, 8 degrees of Capricorn. So this is expansion, Jupiter, of our mind, Mercury is our mind and our thoughts and how we communicate and what we take in terms of information, what we believe. Our beliefs are expanding. Our minds are expanding with this new moon. So there might be information, whether it's in our personal lives or in the collective, that we become aware of that at first it may seem a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit too woo-woo, but it's the universe wanting us to expand our mind, and we're going to the next level of our higher consciousness and our spiritual awakening for sure. So be open to new beliefs, to transforming your beliefs and new information that may seem really out there, but is ready for us to integrate as a collective and personally. And so this new moon being in Sagittarius, we can have, if we're open to it, if we're being in alignment with our lives and in our hearts, which is the most important thing, to be in alignment with our heart wisdom. If we're in alignment with that, some really lucky opportunities can be coming up, you guys. And I think it is a really lucky, positive time to set intentions, as I said. So whether that's saying them out loud, doing a meditation, making a vision board, whatever practice resonates with you. But the thing about this new moon, to make our intentions and dreams even more powerful, is to actually take some action on top of creating those intentions, because the planet Mars is conjunct this new moon, and Mars is the planet of energy, action, drive, assertion, our masculine side. And the last new moon we had was not only also at 20 degrees, a Scorpio degree, but was also conjunct Mars. So we're having some similarities between the last new moon that we just had and this new moon, where we're being guided to start to not just dream big, not just say those intentions, to not just say those affirmations, to not just do ceremony, ritual, meditation around it, but to also take some freaking action. I'm hearing Spirit say to take action on our intentions. Very, very important. I do want to mention that we do have Jupiter in an opposition to Venus, and we've got Neptune square to the new moon. So we just want to watch out for, and it's been a little bit of a theme lately in the astrology, any illusions or lies that we may be telling ourselves or may be around us. And I actually think that this new moon can be revealing some of those themes to us if we haven't really wanted to face them head on. So just being mindful of what illusions do you feed yourself? What lies do you feed yourself that hold you back from dreaming big, from believing in yourself? The sign of Sagittarius is total expansion, dreaming big, adventure, enjoying life, going for it, ultimate possibilities. And so are there any beliefs holding us back from that? Are there any illusions holding us back from that? I would say be mindful of that this new moon, because truly no dream is too big. No intention is too far reaching. We can really create whatever we want to create in life if it is in alignment with our hearts and the highest best for all. So just keeping that in mind. And also this new moon is going to be exactly conjunct a fixed star called Atria that is located at 20 degrees of Sagittarius from our Earth's perspective. And the fixed star Atria represents truthfulness, righteousness, benevolence, and is considered to be a very fortunate fixed star. Also represents spiritual powers. So there's a lot, even though we've got the Neptune square the new moon, which is 4 degrees off. We've got Venus opposite Jupiter, 3 degrees off. They're not exact, strong adverse aspects. We've got a stronger trine between Jupiter and Mercury. So I'm not really concerned about more of those adverse aspects. And I actually think it's really positive as well that Neptune has just gone direct. Neptune is no longer retrograde. So that's been a really big theme for a lot of us the past few months, with Neptune being retrograde in his home sign of Pisces. huge illusions, huge disillusionment and confusion. And this new moon is starting to bring in clarity, positivity, and inspiration for us to create some new intentions. Even though literally hours after the exact new moon time, we're going to have Mercury station retrograde and start to go retrograde. So I would suggest, if it resonates with you, the exact time of this new moon, which would be 6:32 p.m. Eastern time. You want to adjust that based on the time zone that you're at on December 12th, or any time on December 12th before that time period. Really good time to set new intentions, do a new moon ceremony or ritual, or even on December 11th. I personally wouldn't do a new moon ritual after December 12th because we're going to have Mercury going retrograde. Okay, so just being mindful of that. We can also see in the collective with this new moon, big new legal cases coming forward, because Sagittarius rules justice and freedom, and the fight for justice continuing, in particular regarding what has been hidden, because this new moon is at a Scorpio degree, 20 degrees, having to do with the medical system. The new moon is in square to Neptune. Neptune rules the medical system, medical institutions, medical people may be coming forward and starting to speak truths on, and I have to be careful because I'm going to broadcast this on YouTube and Rumble, certain things that have been done medically the past few years. We can start to see really big legal cases coming up around this new moon regarding those things. If you guys catch my drift, get what I'm saying, things being revealed about the truth of those medical procedures that were going on, which I know there's already been a lot of truths revealed in regards to that, but that is definitely going to continue and get even stronger and more amplified for sure. And also in the spirit of this new moon, because Sagittarius rules foreign travel, expansion, and adventure, I want to share with you guys, I learned this recently. Some of you may have heard of this, some of you may not have heard of this, that I'm really excited about this. There's a huge new train line that is being built and is about to open literally around this new moon in Sagittarius in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. And why I'm sharing this, why this is such a big deal, is because this train line in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and through actually 5 Mexican states is going to connect through train line a bunch of sacred sites in Mexico. And if you're someone that's been listening to me recently, if you listen to my work, then you know that one of my predictions recently is that because of the October 14th eclipse that we just had a couple months ago, that eclipse's path of 100% visibility went through the 4 corners of the United States, went through the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, went through all these very sacred sites and areas in the US, Mexico, South America. And I made the prediction that over the next year, from October 14th, 2023 to October 14th, 2024, we're going to see huge revealing having to do with these areas being very highlighted, and these sacred sites being activated and new ones being discovered, and eyes and attention really being on these areas. And I didn't know at the time that I made that prediction that this train line in the Yucatan Peninsula was going to get opened up. So there's going to be places that a lot of people have never heard of, a lot of people have never been to from the Western world, are going to be going to these new places, and probably really big new archaeological discoveries are going to start being made that haven't been made yet. So I'm so excited about that, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm really interested in the Mayan and the Aztec culture and that spirituality and archaeology. So really exciting stuff. And if you're going to be going to Mexico, that part of Mexico anytime soon, I'm not sure the exact date. I think parts of it are opening in December 15th, literally days after this new moon in Sagittarius. And then other parts will open January and February. But this is going to become a really big deal, I think, for those of us like-minded freedom lovers and truth seekers that love to travel and go to sacred sites. and discover new things. So I'm super excited about that. And let me see what else. I want to share a little bit about, for each of the signs, sun, moon, and rising, what this new moon in Sagittarius can bring in particular for each of the signs. And I'm going to do shorter than normal forecasts for each, because if I go through each of the 12 signs and also pull cards, it's going to take me like 2 hours. So I'm going to just try to make this as brief as possible for each of the 12 signs for this new moon, and I'll put timestamps below so you can go straight to your signs if you just want to listen straight to your signs. So for Aries, for this new moon in Sagittarius, this new moon is going to be happening in your 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius, the areas of life that Sagittarius rules. So for you, Aries, sun, moon, and rising, this is new beginnings, opportunity, and fresh new energy in your beliefs. It's a very lucky time for Aries because this is happening in the 9th house of Sagittarius. This is a very big expansion of your consciousness. There can be new learning and studying opportunities coming forward for you, Aries. New teachers also can be coming forward around this time. And because the North Node in Aries, which is in your sign, the North Node is in your sign currently, is in a strong trine to this new moon, as well as your planetary ruler, Mars. This is actually a very auspicious time, I think, for you, Aries, a very destined new moon. Aries, be paying attention to what is coming up around you, what signs, synchronicities, insights, downloads you're receiving from your higher consciousness. Because for Aries, there could actually be really significant life changes and destined shifts and meetings in your life happening at this time. And it's very positive new beginnings overall. So Aries, it's activating your 9th house. And for the Taurus sun, moon, and risings, this new moon in Sagittarius is activating your 8th house, happening in the Scorpio ruled house. So this is new beginnings, opportunity, and fresh new energy in having, oh my God, the Mercury retrograde. I'm already starting to feel it. New beginnings, opportunity, and fresh new energy in regards to your joint resources, Taurus, merging with others, your partner's resources, if you have a partner, hidden money, such as investments, taxes, inheritances, money coming out of nowhere, sex and intimacy, your psychic abilities, and occult spirituality. So like astrology, tarot, the more hidden forms of spirituality. So you can have new beginnings in those areas. Those areas are very highlighted for you, Taurus. Very magical new moon. I think for the Tauruses, there can be some very deep insights going on. And your planetary ruler, Venus, is currently in the sign of Scorpio. And, Scorpio is the 8th house. So there's a lot of scorpionic influence for you with this new moon, Taurus. You may be even feeling more scorpionic than usual, more of a darker fascination than usual, feeling more reserved or really wanting to go deep into your psyche, your spirituality, your hidden resources, money, investments, and sexuality as well. So the Scorpio influence is very strong for you, Taurus, and very positive that even though Venus is at fall in Scorpio, Venus is in a really nice sextile to Mercury. So you can be meeting some new friends around this new moon. It would be a good time, I think, to be around people that you really trust and maybe have some beautiful, deep conversations with those that you trust for emotional support and just overall well-being. So that's what I got for you, Tauruses. And for the Geminis, sun, moon, and risings, this new moon in Sagittarius is happening in your 7th house. So this is new beginnings and opportunities in the Libra house. This is our committed relationships in love, work, and with clients, if we work with clients. Our contracts, our commitments, and our overall aesthetic as well, Gemini. So you can be having fresh new energy and beginnings in those areas of life. And Mercury, your planetary ruler, is trine Jupiter, the dispositor of this new moon. So this is a very positive new moon. I'm going to say for all of the signs, but some of them it's really positive because they got their planetary rulers in a good aspect going on. Also, Mercury is in a very strong sextile to Venus. So some of you might be starting new relationships in committed areas of life. This is a good time, Gemini, to recommit in your committed relationships, to maybe make a new start in your aesthetic, how you present yourself, what colors and styles you wear. That's very Libra in 7th house. And that does make a difference, how we dress, how we present ourselves. Really, either makes us feel good or bad and actually attracts certain energies to us. So paying attention to that. Yeah, so that's what I've got for you, Geminis. It's activating your 7th house. And for the Cancer, sun, moon, and risings, this new moon in Sag is happening in your 6th house. So this is the Virgo ruled areas of life for you Cancers. So new beginnings, opportunities, and fresh new energies in regards to your day-to-day habits, routines, day-to-day work, your office space, health, and health habits. So it's a really good time to start, whether it's I always say when we've got good things happening with the 6th house, it's the best time to maybe start a cleanse or a detox, if that resonates with you. You'll be more easily able to change your, daily routines, your habits, anything health-wise with your diet or your fitness going on. And also Cancers, the North Node in Aries is in your 10th house and in a beautiful trine to this new moon in your 6th. And the 10th and the 6th house are the two houses that have to do with our work. So not only is your day-to-day habits, health, routines highlighted, but there can be some very positive opportunities and developments going on with your work and how you're being seen publicly. So that is very exciting for you Cancers. And for the Leo, sun, moon, and risings, this new moon is happening in your 5th house. And the 5th house is the house of Leo. It's the Leo ruled areas of life. So this is really nice for you Leos, okay? New beginnings, opportunity, and fresh new energy in regards to your sense of fun, play, celebration, your romantic life, romantic side, your creativity, children in your life, your own inner child, and self-expression. So this is a very creative and uplifting and even romantic new moon for the Leo, sun, moon, and risings. So I was channeling when I was creating the notes for this video that if you're a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, and you've been feeling down or low energy lately, you're definitely going to get an energetic boost with this new moon. So focus on being creative and expressing yourself and having some fun to make the best of this new moon. And Leos, if you're going to put intentions out there, maybe do it in a way that's fun. Maybe do that through dance, through some creative spiritual practice, making a vision board, something creative that resonates with you. And for the Virgos, this new moon is going to be happening in your 4th house, which is the areas of life that Cancer rules. So this is new beginnings and fresh new energy and opportunity in regards to your home, family life, property, ancestors, and your emotional well-being. So very positive boost in those areas of life. Virgos, if some of you have been looking for a new place to live or have been looking for new things to bring into the home, this is a new moon where you can definitely find those things coming up in a very positive way. You're going to have a boost in your emotional well-being, which is very nice. And you might learn something new, learn new information about your family or ancestral line. Would maybe even be good to focus on that if it resonates with you for this new moon. And your planetary ruler Mercury is in your 5th house and is in a beautiful trine to Jupiter in your 9th house. So that's those are two very positive houses to have that Jupiter trine Mercury for you Virgos. So I would say even though your 4th house is highlighted, which is more being at home and being around family, what part of your home or family life needs a boost? Is that a relationship with a family member? Is that the actual home itself maybe needs to be cleansed out and bring some more positive energy in? Maybe reflect on that, because there's that beautiful Mercury trine Jupiter where there's really nice positive energy that wants to come in. And Mercury also is communication. So if there's been any issues with family members, this could be actually a really good time to communicate and maybe hash some things out with a family member before Mercury goes retrograde, of course. So before November 13th, I would suggest. And for the lovely Libras, this new moon in Sagittarius is happening in your third house. So this is the Gemini house, Gemini ruled areas of life. So you're having new beginnings, opportunity, and expansion in regards to your communication style, your relationship with your siblings, cousins, friends, your local community, your hobbies, things that you're interested in learning, your interests, and day-to-day gadgets. So very positive boost in those areas of life for you Libras. And your ruler Venus is currently in your second house and is in a sextile to Mercury in your fourth. So that's very nice for if there's any kind of new gadgets that you're wanting to bring into the home. There can be new things like that coming up. Good time to bring those things into the home. Or Mercury does rule communication. Fourth house is our family. So kind of similar to what I said for the Virgos, you can have some really good combos with family members that maybe some things need to be cleared out. If so, but also with this new moon happening in your third house, I would suggest getting out into your local community, maybe going to a community event or class that you don't normally go to, right? Because Sagittarius is expansion of ourself and our beliefs, how we operate. There could be new people and really nice new energies that you meet in your local community. So keep that in mind, lovely Libras. And for the Scorpios, this new moon is going to be happening in your second house. So this is the areas of life that Taurus rules, the second house. So new beginnings and expansion in our values. And I'm saying ours because I am a Scorpio. In our values, Scorpio, our income, abundance, finances, material possessions. So really nice new moon for our income, our abundance, also our values. And Mars, our planetary ruler, is conjunct this new moon. So we can be feeling really energized, getting a boost of energy. And the North Node in Aries is in our sixth house, trine the new moon in our second. So there can actually be a really nice new revenue stream that comes forward, or new idea of a new revenue stream. If there's been any financial issues, abundance issues going on, and also positive upliftment having to do with our daily routines, because the sixth house and the second house, where the North Node and the new moon are both in trining, have to do with our daily habits. So that's really nice for us Scorpios. Happy new moon. And now for the Sagittarians, Saggy Waggies, this is your new moon of the year. So this new moon is happening in your first house. So for the Sagittarians, this new moon is a really big deal, because there can be really big shifts in terms of yourself, your identity, your appearance, even your physical body. Jupiter, your planetary ruler, is in your sixth house in a beautiful trine to Mercury in your second. So that's really nice. There can be, I think for a lot of you, work changes, job changes, revenue stream changes as well. But overall, Saggies, your beliefs and your identity is really shifting and going through an upgrade. And be open. I'm hearing Spirit say, be open to totally new ways of doing things that you may have never done before. So the way that you identify with yourself can go through a huge change and transformation with this new moon. So pay attention to any signs, synchronicities, downloads that you're receiving, because this is a very big new moon for you, Saggies. Happy new moon. And for the Capricorns, excuse me, guys, this new moon is happening in your 12th house. And the 12th house is the Pisces ruled areas of life. So it has to do with healing, spirituality, the spiritual realm, the other side, sleep, dreams, rest, retreat, our subconscious, and intuition. So Cappies, you may be feeling really like in your spiritual side around this new moon. You can be having spiritual downloads, activations, wanting to maybe do spiritual activities that you don't normally do. And we've got Saturn, your planetary ruler. Sorry, you guys, I'm having like hiccups right now. Saturn, your planetary ruler, is in the sign of Pisces. And this new moon is happening in the house of Pisces. And we've got Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, in Pisces at a Pisces degree. So you're really in, even though it's a new moon in Sagittarius, Capricorns, you're the ones that are the most in a dreamy state, in a spiritual state, in like, and you guys tend to be a really grounded sign overall, but you may be feeling actually more sleepy than usual around this new moon. I would say pay attention to your dreams. Capricorns, you can be having very profound dreams, messages coming in through your dreams, intuitive insights, creative inspiration. And it's a good new moon to maybe rest, maybe spend time at home, retreat, or go to a spa, rejuvenate, because there's really big insights that want to come through for you guys. And you guys need a rest because you guys work a lot and work really hard, usually. So that's what I got for you, Cappies. And now moving on to the Aquarians. Aquarius, sun, moon, and risings. This new moon is happening in your 11th house. So this is the Aquarian house. So similar to the Leos, you're having this new moon activate your home house in astrology. And the 11th house has to do with our goals, dreams, aspirations, our group associations, friends, community, the future, technology, and humanitarianism. So you're going to be really feeling new beginnings and expansion in those areas. 11th house has to do with our goals and our dreams. So Aquarius this is an amazing new moon to put out your intention, to reflect and manifest on what are my dreams? What are my biggest dreams? What are my biggest goals? And what are the actions that I need to do? Not just saying those intentions out loud, but what are the actions I need to take to, help co-create those things, because we've got Mars conjunct this new moon. So I think this can be a really special new moon for the Aquarians. You can be starting new group associations, meeting new friends. I would say get out in like-minded community, be around your friends, and pay attention to the new Aquarian things you're hearing about or learning about, because they might be things that you can be getting into in a big way for the future or incorporating into your life. And okay, for the Pisces, this new moon in Sagittarius is happening in your 10th house. So the areas of life that are getting activated with fresh new energy, opportunities, is your work, your career, your legacy, your reputation, your relationship to authority figures such as your father, your mother, your mentors. So your work is definitely highlighted, Pisces. Very positive new beginnings and opportunities with your work, career, and reputation. And Pisces, your ruler, Neptune, just went direct a couple days ago. So you're going to be feeling more energized. You're going to be feeling more clarity. I think the Neptune retrograde was the most intense for you guys. So this is great, because if you've been feeling tired, not motivated, Pisces, to be doing work, to be really going forward with dreams and intentions, now you've got the clarity. Now you're moving ahead a lot more smoothly. So I'm very happy for you guys that you have Neptune direct with this new moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, that's what I've got for each of the individual signs for this new moon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if it resonates. And before I finish up, I just want to mention a couple things. So first of all, my astrology sister Julie and I just put out these 2024 predictions for each of the 12 signs. And these are prediction forecasts that are available over at beyondmystic.net. I've got the link in the description of this video if you're interested. And we do an in-depth reading for each of the signs on the most important astrological transits coming up in 2024. So each of the 12 signs can be prepared for this historical, very powerful year that we are stepping into. And if you're an Insider Access Pass member on Beyond Mystic, then all the forecasts for each of the 12 signs are a part of your subscription. And if you're not, then they're available for pay-per-view. The link's going to be in the description below. Each of the videos for the signs, I think, are $3.99 US. So very price affordable. We wanted to make it affordable for everyone to get ready for 2024. And also, if you'd like a more personal astrological reading with me, I love doing personal astrology readings. My readings are available over at maisonjupiter.com, and I'm currently offering 1 year personal forecasts using the astrological transits, looking at your year ahead, and 1 hour birth chart readings. And you can use discount code all in one word, Beyond Mystic, to get 10% off your next reading with me if you'd like to have a more personal astrology reading. And also, since it's the holiday seasons, on maisonjupiter.com, we've got the readings that Sophie, Solrita, and myself do, also available as gift cards that you can gift a reading to a loved one if you'd like this holiday season. So yeah, you can go check that out if you're interested. And yeah, I think that's everything, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Very excited for this new moon in Sagittarius, and wishing you all the most magical new moon. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. All of my links are in the description of this video, including a PayPal donation tip jar if you would like to support my independent content. I love you all very much, and see you next time. Bye.